Hello, this is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Today we got some good stuff. It's going to be a little shorter, but we got some good stuff. We're going to do Where Did I Go Wrong in a couple of, to end it off today, actually. And I'll talk about the Elite Eight, which is actually going on as I speak. Houston is up 34-17 on Oregon State. Alright, so this past week, the Niners traded up to 3. And I said, I believe on Friday, that they'll probably trade up for a starting quarterback to move off of Jimmy G. But I was watching The Herd with Colin Cowherd today. He had Peter Schrager on the show. And he said it's very possible that they draft a quarterback at 3, also starting Garoppolo. So they're trying to get a capable backup. And I could see that happening as well. You know, I actually said that they were going to do that because I figured they would wait until like 12 to draft the best quarterback available. Because I figured, that it would kind of go Jags get Lawrence, Jets get Wilson, Dolphins get Jamar Chase, Falcons get Micah Parsons, Bengals get Rashawn Slater, Eagles get Devontae Smith. Lions get Penei Sewell. Panthers get Justin Fields. Broncos take Trey Lance, but, I figured something would happen. But, now I got the Niners taking Fields. I don't know what to do with the Jets and Zach Wilson. I don't know if they're going to take him and move off Darnold, or they're going to keep Darnold. I gotta know a decision before I give him out on my official mock draft. But the NFC West is so aggressive. Seattle was 12-4. They're going out there getting some people. The Rams were a 10-6, a playoff team. They didn't mind dropping their QB that made them to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. The Niners made it to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They don't mind getting Jimmy G a possible backup. And the reason is you have 3 coaches whose legacies are on the line. Shanahan, there's this, he's 7-27 without Garoppolo. Can he really win without Jimmy G? We think he's a great coach, great offensive-minded coach. But, I don't know, it's not adding up, 7-27 without Jimmy G. Pete Carroll, he blew the Super Bowl. He won one, but then he made another one and blew it at the end. And hasn't been back since. And there's also a rumor going around that he doesn't get along with Russell Wilson. And I never thought that they would go well together. They just didn't seem like a good fit, honestly. But, he's got a legacy on the line. And Cliff Kingsbury definitely has a legacy on the line. If he doesn't win enough this year, I think he's fired. I think he has to go 9-7, 10-6 to keep his job. If he goes 9-7, he'll hold on to it by a thread. He's not that nice right now, Cliff Kingsbury. So, the reason this division is so aggressive is because there's jobs on the line here. And I mean, Jimmy G, he also has a job on the line here. Because can he really stay healthy? We know he can do pretty well when healthy, but can he ever stay like that? Is he like... I don't know, but the NFC West, it's the best division in football. And it's for a reason. It's because it's aggressive. And I thought the Packers would be aggressive in free agency, but they weren't. But that's fine. Honestly, I mean, at least we'll be back to the NFC Championship. I mean, I think worst case scenario, Rodgers doesn't make the NFC Championship, which might be better, because I think if he makes it, he'll lose, and he'll drop to 1-5, and people will give him crap for it, which will be annoying. And I have to be on social media defending him like a moron, because, I can't handle them. I don't know. I don't like when my favorite players get criticized. It just annoys me. So Gonzaga, I don't have a favorite college team. I probably shouldn't get one because I'll go crazy with that. So Gonzaga is going to face USC in the Elite Eight. Is it tonight? Okay, no, it's tomorrow night. Okay. Now, I've said, there was a question, Gonzaga or the field. I picked the field. Now, Gonzaga, though, like I said, 2 years ago, Duke was the overall 1 seed. They had Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish. It was just that Mike Krzyzewski, obviously. But in the round of 32, they almost lost to UCF. So, I mean, they didn't look like a 1 seed in the tournament. But Gonzaga, they look like the best offense in the past decade. They're crazy good on offense. Now, Gonzaga's not the best defense. But their offense is phenomenal. But their offense might have a problem with USC. Because the defense of USC has held Drake to 29% shooting, Kansas to 29% shooting, and Oregon shot 37%. So they're going to give Gonzaga a problem. And, I mean, Gonzaga also has a lot of pressure with this because they are the third team in the past 45 years to make the Elite Eight without losing a game. The Hoosiers did it in 76, and Kentucky did it a couple years ago. So there's a lot of pressure going into this game. And USC can make this game competitive, which is also a lot of pressure, because Gonzaga has not played a competitive game in 3 months. I actually looked at... They've only had one game where they won by single digits. Now, I don't think USC is going to beat them. I think I've said this. It will be pretty... I think it's going to be pretty close, but not... It's going to be Gonzaga winning it, though. But then again, I also said Loyola is the lock of the week last week. That worked out pretty well, didn't it? But that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Alright, where did I go wrong coming up? I'll also talk more about the Elite Eight in college basketball. I'll tell you, I think I messed up on Friday. I think I mixed up my words there. I'll talk about the Nets, the Lakers, all coming up. But first, let's get some music on.
How great is it that we get to...
Alright. Sorry, just waiting for the music to start. There we go. Alright, So, a lot of people have been criticizing KD on making super teams here, and I'm not a fan of it myself. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of the game. But if you look at it from the player's perspective, it really doesn't matter, because, we're always jealous of super teams. But then, we thought, when Kawhi went to the Clippers, we thought it was done. We thought it was like a duo league, But that went away quick, because it didn't work, But it's crazy. I mean, with baseball and football, we don't care about people teaming up. I mean, look at the Bucks in football. Look at the Bucks. That's an all-star team right there. But I mean, from the player's perspective, why would you want to make it harder on yourself? If I were KD, I'd be like, okay, what do I have to do to prove to some moron on Twitter that I'm good? Play with a bunch of scrubs or something? I mean, that doesn't make sense, you know? You want to make it easier for yourself. I mean, it's common sense. From the player's point of view, it's common sense. You know, I get it if you're a fan and you don't like seeing teams dominate the league, and I get it. I hate it too. But, you know, from the player's point of view, they're not going to care if some moron on Twitter is talking crap about them not being able to win on themselves. So, the Giants owner is impatient with the lack of success in the past couple years. Now, I mean, he's kind of right. I mean, in that division this year, at least, you have to you have to make the playoffs, at least. Now, I actually started to warm up to Dave Gettleman, because he had a good draft, and a good year, honestly. Everything kind of came together. Like, all the stupid decisions he made in the last couple of years, turned out to be right. You know, but also, I mean, it might be a little tougher. Like, the division is not going to be as weak as it was last year. You know, Dak is back, Saquon's back. We'll see how Hurts does in Philly. Joe Judge, you know, he's a great coach. I think he might lead the Giants somewhere. So we'll see. So as I said, the Elite Eight is on tonight. And you know, I think this is it for the Pac-12. I think they hit their ceiling. I think UCLA loses to Michigan, although it's been a great story, and also Oregon State. But oh, by the way, I think I mixed up on Friday. I said I have Houston against Baylor in the finals. I actually have Baylor and Michigan. Cause I was looking the other day, and I saw that Baylor and Houston would have to play each other in the round of 4. And I realized I made that mistake because I was like, didn't I say on Friday that I have them in the finals? Yeah, but I actually have Baylor and Michigan. I think Michigan beats Gonzaga in the Final Four, or upsets them in the Final Four, you know? We didn't think Wisconsin had a chance against Kentucky, did we? I sure didn't. I was also like 10 at the time, so I wouldn't have known. So Michigan wins, Gonzaga wins, Houston wins, and Baylor wins this week, alright? That's the Final Four. The 3-1 seeds are going to make it to the Final Four. That's what I think. Alright. So, as I said, there is no upset I have predicted this week. I wanted to do my lock of the week this week, but I threw out the all-time cold take last week, so I don't know if I want that, you know, I'll think about the lock of the week as I go on with this podcast. Alright. So, Andre Drummond joined the Lakers, and, of course, the KD fans and the Nets fans came out. They all came out from hiding. They were like, oh, all this to be KD, huh? All this to be KD. I honestly don't care. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I think LeBron's been through a lot this year. I mean, he's 36 going on 37. And he was playing one of the most minutes in the West this week. Or this year. And I said that would be a problem. But you know.